All right, it's time for us to get cooking in the kitchen on Afternoon Express. All of our guests are so inspiring that I'm sure their bellies are really excited to kind of get something in for this weekend. Winter's kind of on the way, and I know some of these fancy restaurants always put little petals and flowers over their dishes. The only flower I'm ever willing to eat is a cauliflower. And Clem's going to be showing us how to put it into a soup, right?
Exactly, but we just talk about the fact that, like I said, winter is almost upon us. So soups. Everything soup related, Woolies have it covered.
Great.
So I'm kind of obsessed with soups. I really am. But not the old boring, let's just chuck everything in a pot and just boil it for hours. Like the really on-trend and global soups that like focus on proper ingredients and working on real flavor, like those two bags on the end. You actually bring them forward. I just want to talk about them a little bit. So Tom Kha and Tom Yum are two Asian-inspired soups. And
they two men, like Tom Kha and Tom Yum.
Exactly. And then there's Su Yum,
That's terrible. Clem, you must careful where that went. All right, I see.
But what I love about it is the authentic flavor you get from these soups. It is so real. Also, you notice the bag? Nice and easy.
Yes.
You can chuck it in your bag on the way to work. When you get to the office, drop it in the drawer. It's long life, so it'll be there forever.
Oh, so it doesn't need to be refrigerated or frozen, all those other good
not
things.
At all.
Okay, great.
What's really great is all you do is you take it out, pop it in the microwave, and a few minutes later you're having a most amazing soup.
Delicious.
So what's also cool, this is a 400-gram bag. So one of this will feed one person, but you can like double it up and like make like a proper meal out of it and feed you and your partner.
Okay, great. Delicious. Yummy, yummy, yum.
Then these guys, they talk about restaurants. Restaurants are the kind of like, each restaurant now has a signature soup, but they make it very gourmet, very, elegant.
Or you have they call it a jambon or whatever, and it's just like, it's basically just cauliflower soup.
There we go. So Woolies have these brand new ones now as well, also in the glass jars. Now, soup in a glass jar for me is just like, it takes me back to like when I was a child and my gran used to make soup for like the whole neighborhood. Everybody gets a jar.
Store them in a jar.
There you go. But the flavors, I mean, there's a prawn bisque, and honestly, the prawn bisque is so, you'd swear you're eating at a restaurant.
Sorry, what is a bisque?
It's kind of a seafoody broth, slightly creamy, but just intense with seafood flavor.
Yummy, okay, cool.
It's so good. And then I've also got the Thai chicken soup, which is really great.
Yummy.
They're all delicious. So Dan, you're a healthy young man.
Yes, I am. Well, I like to think I am.
So if you're watching your calorie intake,
Yeah.
Woolies also now has soup specifically for someone like you, where the kilojoules have been controlled.
Oh, I see.
Which means you can basically have 10 cans.
Because you never really know what's inside soups. I mean, everything's all blended together. You can't even see the ingredients and know what to like or not to like.
Talking about not knowing what's inside your soups, the fact that actually all the ingredients are listed on these cans, so you can see exactly what's in there.
Okay, cool.
So also, with the new range of cans as well, of canned soups, I have to talk about this one. The Mexican one is my absolute favorite, and it's going to be my lunch today.
Great.
Okay, so you're going to have this delicious cauliflower soup I'm going to make you.
Yes, and you're going to have that one.
There we go.
What I think is really cool about all these flavors is they've got that spicy element to them. They've all got like a kind of Thai or Mexican or some kind of spicy element.
Very
Is that what
global.
we're doing with our cauliflower soup?
Exactly. So let's get started. The cauliflower soup, we're going to take a bit of a spin. We're going to do a creamy base soup, but then add a lot of spice to the topping.
Great.
So let's get started on that. Can you pass me the cauliflower, please?
I can indeed. Start with the topping. By the way, if you guys want to know how we do all these ingredients, maybe you're watching the recipe now with a notebook and pen, please don't stress yourself. The easiest way to get all of our details for these recipes is to SMS the keyword dinner to 33650. You'll be basically sent an SMS with all the ingredients and a link to the recipe. So please don't worry about a pen and paper. I've had lots of people approach me in the streets who always say like, oh guys, like I can't get it down in time. Just send that SMS and you'll get all the details on your mobile device.
Sure, cool. Now you're going to help me. I've got a can of butter beans there. Can you add it to our bowl?
Just one can?
Yeah, just one can. So what happens is we're actually using these ingredients in the soup, but I want to create a bit of texture, a little bit of crunch, a little bit of spice by roasting it off.
Okay.
So turmeric going in.
Turmeric, I was going to say. I don't know what this one looks like.
Turmeric.
Is this mixed spice?
It is. It's an 11-in-1 spice mix. So there's a lot of flavor in there. That's going in. And you get that at Woolies as well. Garlic.
Garlic,
a little bit. And then let's go with some olive oil. Cayenne pepper.
How much olive oil? Say when.
That's good. Then some cayenne pepper.
That I can do for you.
That's
Where's
right
the
over
cayenne
there.
pepper? Oh, this is going to add a nice color to your cauliflower.
And some nice heat.
Say
That's good. That's good. Little lemon juice.
What about these guys? Thyme.
I'm going to actually use the thyme in
Later.
the soup.
Cool.
So what I want to do now is just add this to a roasting tray, and I'm going to roast this at 200 for about half an hour. But you want it to really char. That's the thing. It has to char, and then that's the flavor that we want. So when we come back, I'm gonna show you how we use this and how we make our soup.
Yummy, yummy, yummy. You got soup in my tummy and I feel like loving you. And it's a weekend. It's really simple to make. And obviously with winter just around the corner, get all these soup recipes in your repertoire, get them frozen and keep them. It's one of the best things about soups in the winter season. A warm welcome back to Afternoon Express, and I think it's apt that I say a warm welcome back because winter is just around the corner. And in the loft kitchen today, Clem is going to be showing us how to make a delicious cauliflower soup to warm us up over this winter season. And I'm taking out half of your props today just to kind of make it more of a challenge. Earlier in the show, we got to grill our cauliflower. We spice it up deliciously. It's looking amazing, and all that's left to do is actually to create the soup elements of it. Exactly.
So let's start off. I've got a pot with some olive oil in it, and I've got some leeks. I like using leeks in soups. It's like, it's so soft and gentle compared to normal onion. Yes, it can be soft and gentle.
Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Also, especially if you're creating creamy sauces, which you're doing today. A leek is a much less intimidating thing to put inside.
Leeks are not intimidating.
Yes.
There we go. So in go the leeks, and we turn up the heat a little bit. Have we got heat? There we go. And some garlic going in.
Yummy. So more fragrances. Those are all of your, what do you call the aromatics? Are those
aromatics? You've got it. So now I've got my leftover, my other cauliflower. I was like, what is the vegetable today? Cauliflower.
That's white broccoli, I guess you can call it that.
In it's going to go. So it's going to start like also frying those slightly and picking up that leek and garlic flavor.
That charness, yeah.
Exactly. Can I get those beans?
Sure, more of them. More butter beans.
I love beans. Yeah?
I've been there.
Yeah.
In that space that you're in now where you like those beans.
What are your favorite beans?
I don't know if I really have like a favorite, but I enjoy Mexican food with the black bean. The black bean is one of my favorite things to eat. And then also, I don't know, do peas and stuff count as beans?
I'll allow it today.
Like green beans? Those things are very nice.
Yeah.
Willis has got those thin ones. You know, those like thin...
The extra fine
beans. Oh, those are the best.
Raw.
Yes, don't cook them.
Okay, cool. That's frying up, that's doing its thing. So, that spice you asked about earlier, that 11 in 1.
Yes.
That's in the green box.
Is it this one?
Can I get it back? No, really, this is like your go-to spice that you should always have in the house.
I'm having a good laugh because honestly this reminds me so much of my childhood because this 11-in-1 reminds me of one of those console games. You used to like plug the thing in and you'll plug it in with those like things you used to pull out and then you used to play your games like 11-in-1.
And when it didn't work, you take it out and you go, and you put it back and you smack
Remember
it in.
That? Okay, cool.
All right, so this 11-in-1 spice mix is also really great in popcorn.
Is it?
So good.
Because it's fine enough to be on popcorn.
It is. So
that's taste a bit. I'll tell you what it tastes like.
Yeah, please do. So let's see what kind of spices they've got in here. They've got...
Well, I wouldn't put this on popcorn. Oh, it's very gourmet. Very gourmet.
It's very gourmet.
It's nice, but it's like curry powder. I almost like curry popcorn.
No, it's not. So it's paprika, some garlic, onion, coriander, cumin, ginger, oregano, white pepper, thyme, basil, chili. It sounds like a win.
Not for popcorn, honestly. Like I'm either sweet and sour. What's sweet and sour chives or chives?
No.
Sweet cream and chives is the best, or salt and vinegar. Best popcorn flavors ever.
All right, some chicken stock going in.
Okay. And again, chicken is basically like the, what did you call it?
It's the chicken
of the food industry, all right? It tastes like anything. Anything tastes like chicken, and chicken tastes like anything.
It's quite a neutral flavor, but you get that savory note that you want. So then salt and pepper can go in. Here we go. There's some salt and some pepper. Go for it.
So salt. Is that enough? Or a little bit more?
A little more. There we go. And then some pepper.
Ta-da! We'll do this in lots of finesse.
You are so getting all that pepper in my face. How is that even happening?
You don't have to do so much finesse at home. Just do it the normal way.
Well done. Okay, cool. So what you do now, pop the lid on and that continues simmering.
Zero finesse in that. Zero finesse.
I'm still impressed.
Sure.
That's going to continue simmering until the cauliflower is so tender that it literally just mashes with a fork.
Oh, okay, so you want it really, really, really soft.
Very, very soft. And it looks like that. So now, I've got some cream over there.
Which I can pass to you.
And you can add that for me, and I'm gonna blitz it all up.
I got my lime and my coconut, I blitz it all up.
Exactly.
Or cauliflower and the cream and you...
It's so creamy. So the beans give you that creamy texture, so same as the cauliflower, and then you go in and add more cream to it. Okay. So it's really, really luxurious.
What happens if I don't have a stick blender? Can I pour it into a normal blender, like another kind of blender?
Just don't put that lid on, it's gonna come flying off.
Why? Because of the heat and the expansion.
Heat.
Okay,
so manage the heat that's gonna be escaping. Okay. So if you really, really are into your soups, Taste Magazine, the next issue is gonna be packed full of the most amazing soup recipes.
Yeah, man.
So everybody needs to get that. Everybody needs like 3 good soup recipes.
Yeah, totally. In your household at least once. My mother used to freeze a whole bunch of soups and just unpack them. Try and make these fresh, please. Don't do that to your kids.
Cool. So Dan, let's dish up. So I've got that grey bowl. Can I use that?
Sure.
And a ladle.
And a ladle.
or a soup spoon,
Yeah, whatever you want to call it.
whatever you want to call it.
So
Oh, that is
I call it, what you call it? What's that kid? Please, sir, can I have some more? What's his name? Oliver
Twist. Is that what you
Oliver
call
Twist spoon. Whenever I think of that spoon, I think of Oliver Twist.
it? All right, now whenever I see the spoon, I'm gonna think about you.
Okay, great. I don't want to be thought of in spoons.
No.
I don't want to be thought of that. I do not
No.
want that to be the thought.
Nothing wrong with being the small spoon as well.
Now, what happened to
Okay.
that cauliflower we made earlier? How do you use
Done.
that?
Here it comes.
Oh.
So look at that. You wanna try some before I put it down?
Oh, yes, I'd like to steal this little piece here.
So these are the beans and the cauliflower that are roasted with those curry spices. It is so fragrant. So you get what I'm saying about the spiciness cutting through the creaminess of the soup?
That is delicious. Adds a nice little bit of heat to, different forms of texture. And voila, ladies and gentlemen, your delicious cauliflower soup. Decadent, tasty, perfect for the winter seasons on their way. And if obviously you just tuned into the show now, you don't know how we made those cauliflowers or want to know how we did all of this and put it together, here's a quick recap.